Feed and show supplies, made easy with Swinford's. We ship nationally. Carry every major manufacturer and will save you money over buying direct. Find everything you need, save more. With Swinford's. Visit SwinfordLLC.com.
Here at Winter Boars, Sam and I have tried to parlay our differences of experience in the way and where we were brought up in different parts of the country into a very high quality offering. And as a reflection of the multiple different breeds that we have in terms of sows, we also have the boars on hand to breed them. The result of this is a broad and diverse offering of high quality boars we feel will help move our operation forward. And as such, we are confident they can help other breeders as well. Reach out to Sam, Keaton, or myself with any questions, and thank you for the opportunity to help get your sows bred.
Supreme Trailer Sales is now in Stillwater, Oklahoma. Swing by our satellite lot on the west side of town, right off Highway 51. Our inventory of trailers is built to do more than just get you to your destination. It's designed to get you to the backdrop. With service that speaks your language, we're here for families who expect more. Don't be average. Be supreme.
Welcome everyone to the Holy Smoke Pig Selling Extravaganza here at the Inman Sale Pavilion. We're very excited to have all of you, everyone that's in attendance here on campus, and also everyone that's online on Taylor Fort watching. We definitely appreciate your interest, and if you have any questions or things like that along the way, shoot us a message, shoot us a chat. But we're gonna do our very best to go through a pretty modest timeline tonight and to get through them at a decent pace, but also at the same time kind of show everyone online what we need to see, and also everyone here in the seats as well. We're going to start in Holy Smoke tradition. We're going to start with Tres Amigos right here. They've got a lot 22 and 25, both in the ring. Lot 22 is a dark cross gilt. She's a relentless promotion, no huddle. And then 25, the Duroc male there, bar none, triple threat.
As always, a great way to start the preview. And this is a firm that we do a lot of business with, and guys that obviously nationwide win as much as anyone. And we start with just an outstanding pair here. We've got a Duroc male pig that just comes out the gate with such an arrogance to his head. He's got great posture to his forearm and his front foot. That thing's incredibly stout featured. He's really rolled up and shapely on the top side of his skeleton. Yet a pig that I think his maturity still reads right to go home, and I think you could melt that one, grow him slow, get him all the way to March or wherever you need him to go. But I still think hind legs in check if you want to push him and show him a lot. A pig that offers lots of versatility, boar bearer, lots of really neat things there. This dark cross gilt is one we found in the back, and if you're not attracted to this one, then you just probably haven't been to a pig show in a few years. It takes that kind of skull, that kind of arm, and just that kind of look and feature from the side to get along in today's world. That one looks like she could test the market. An awesome first gilt to look at. Really good pair here to start the trace consignments.
Once again, lot 22, the crossbred gilt. Lot 25, the Duroc male. We're going to continue on with the Tres Amigos guys coming next. We got lot 26 coming in the ring right there. That's an 85-liter hog. It's time. Right one timber. Mom is an aunt to the 35-liter pigs that have really gotten along good this time. Also tag 27, or I believe it's 27. 21, excuse me. That is a Kong roll call timber. Both of those pigs have got a really neat pedigree, and the mothers would be a mate to Hagen Supreme Gilt at Kansas City and the aunt of Outrage at Premium Blend. So lot 20, 21, and 26 from Trace.
Again, Again, good stuff here coming. We'll talk about 26 first. That's the black-headed pig there that Chloe's driving, and a pig that comes out here and looks like the kind that you want to feed. He's got a proud kind of a look from the side, a pig that's got a great hind leg. To have that kind of immaturity and that kind of look ahead of his skeleton, he's certainly no sissy when he comes at you or leaves you. That's a pig that's got muscle, he's got width, does just a lot of the right things in terms of extras, but yet I still think his skeleton allows that pig to make the long haul. I think that's a really fun one. The 21, the traditional belted pig there in the center of the ring, probably hits you with just a little more feature when he comes out here. He's as broad and wide in his forehead as any of them we're going to get to see today. Has a great big arm, a big front foot, great front toes. A pig that just reads tough. He reads durable. You get on top of the livestock. He's got a great big back and a big hip, a great hind leg working in him. I think a really good pair here, again, from the Trace crew that's no strangers to bringing the good stuff to smoke.
Once again, tag 20, 21, and 26 from Trace. We have 23 and 24 coming to the ring next. They're both 99 litters, Relentless, One Truth, quite frankly. The Grandma's littermate, the Black Jacket, Purple Power. I would say a really nice pair that comes in here from Trace Amigos. And if you follow the Holy Smoke thing, I feel like this is one of those sales where consigners really bring their best to these sales time after time. And this pair really represent a lot of what I think the Trace crew tries to do in terms of stoutness of feature, look up front, and just that kind of quality from the side. You see that, you definitely see that, quite frankly, back in there when you read their skull. Really a nice pair here from Trace, 23 and 24.
Yeah, and the 99s were good. I was up north a couple weeks ago and tried to pry a few of these things loose, but really wasn't an option. These were always destined to come to the pig sale, and as I saw the list here, I circled back and looked on my notes, and these had stars and emojis and all kinds of things beside them from my trip up there. And you get them out here. That's a pair that looks like they're going to work. Have all the pieces to get you to the winner's circle. Again, pedigree behind these. You can have some beating confidence in. I think this pair of 99 liter pigs is very, very good.
23 and 24 from Trace. Relentless, One Truth. We've got 27 and 28 coming to the ring right now. These are Rodabaugh & Sons consignments. Tag 27 is a light cross, hits different, tricked out. And then tag 28, dark cross male, hits different, trick daddy, never before.
Another pair that I got to see a week or so ago, and these guys they wouldn't sell them, and that's a testament to the pig sale here we're setting at. Is people are going to set on their pigs that look like this, and the obvious ones are hard to keep people off of when they go through your chip barn, but these just flat out just weren't for sale, and we're always destined to come to smoke. You get them out here, and this. Predominantly white pig, to quote Brock here beside me, he really wants to identify as a Yorkshire, and I think you could probably get that pulled off. That pig's a freak in terms of look and shape, width underneath, shape up high, yet still is a tall-shouldered pig that's attractive. Looks like if you wanted to make him white, you could and have a good chance to win in that division, or if you just want to leave him the way the good Lord made him, I think in the light cross division, you get along just fine as well. And I know people will gravitate towards that one because his color and quality combination makes him plenty unique. But I tell you, this off-belted 28 pig is another one that just comes out here and has got the right kind of feeding look to him. A stout skull pig that's still modern and attractive up front. Got the right kind of length of body. Has a really correct kind of posture to his hind leg. Again, I think the pigs are going to keep rolling to us that have this kind of quality. A good pair from Rodabaugh.
Tag 27 and 28. The next one coming in is tag 29 from Rodabaugh & Sons as well. Another light cross, money in hand, promotion, tricked out. Once again, money in hand, promotion, tricked out, tag 29.
as this one comes in. Obviously, a pig that we all dream of in terms of just color pattern and presence, but you start breaking him down at the ground. That's a good toed pig that skeleton reads square and reads true. One that looks like, honestly, is just now getting on his way up and maybe isn't just as blown up as the other two we look at, but I think his immaturity leads to a feeding advantage. You can take this one home and really just push on him and not have to worry about him getting out of bounds. That kind of look, length of body, and style from the side is going to get you a long ways. You get to the big show in March, you got to look like a show pig underneath the lights, and I think this one will certainly do that. Again, that's tag 29 there from Rotoball.
This will be the first pair of consignments here coming in the ring from True Genetics. The belted gilt here is tag 31. She'd be a truth be told top shelf. There's a lot of very interesting things that go along with that gilt there. Maybe the grandma was granted Illinois State Fair for the Geyer girls. I'm not quite sure how that reads exactly, but anyway, beyond that, she's a truth be told top shelf. The light crossbred right here from True, or Yorkshire, I should say, Seeing Things Smoke. So kind of a composite Yorkshire there. Mama's a mate to the reserve lightweight cross, or lightweight Yorkshire at Houston last year. So we got 35 and 31 from True.
This whitetail gilt is one that certainly made a lot of commotion in the back. And as they drop this one out to go repeatedly wash her, Dane really likes washing his pigs. But as he would run that one to the wash rack every 10 or 12 minutes and show her off, the people gravitate towards this one in the back. Her elevation, her color pattern, her style and presence from the side is not going to get outmatched by any pig we look at today. Yet she still comes at you with a big motor, tons of shape up high. And I still think as you step in behind her, that's a big hind leg that's got good posture and set to her rear feet. I think certainly a sale highlight that brings a lot of freaky things to the pig sale. I don't want to let the white one be outshadowed here, and I know that this pig sale's got a great representation of a place to come by you some Yorkshire show pig projects, and you always have your opportunity to buy whatever kind you want when you get here of that color. I tell you, this is the feeding kind that's tall shouldered with the right kind of length of body. You study that pig at the ground, everything's square. He's got set to his hind leg. A really good feeding white one there, and a freak show crossbred. A really good pair that True brought you here to get them started. Matthew, out the game. Stop. Trying to look at your face, man.
Looks like we got tags 33 and 34 in the ring right now from True Genetics. Tag 33, Dark Cross, Cold Sweats, next play. Tag 34, Stone Cold, never before. The mom of the 33 litter there, or the 33 tag, I should say, is the next play, never before, Rule 21. That style goes back to the good canal stuff. That's the mom of Queen Bee in 34. She's a picture perfect, or she raised picture perfect, excuse me, and the champion D1 cross at Indy. That'd be the mom of 34.
Again, I'll talk about this trip that I went up north a couple weeks ago on quite a bit as a lot of these consigners roll through. And this is another pair that they wouldn't let me load up and put in the plane and bring home with me. We offered to find a cat carrier to load one of these and just go ahead and bring them home with us. But I told them when I was there that this looks like the kind of pigs they bring to live sales. And I think when True unloads, you know that they're going to bring you stout featured pigs that always come with a little extra size, so you a little bit know what you're buying at the pig sale, and sometimes that's a little bit of a lost art. But we get these out here. I think they represent their program so good in terms of just build, bone, form, function, pigs that look like show pigs from the side. I think there's just tons of similarities here, but the big thing that stands true between both of them is they've just got a lot of quality and they've got a real feeding kind of presence to them, still come with some extras. I think a really good way to round off True's consignments.
We got tag 32 in the ring now, also from True Genetics, Stone Cold Top Shelf. We like this pig a lot, and I definitely say I would as well. And I saw this one in the back get out of his pen, and that kind of head carriage and look from the side really resonates with me. He's so stout in terms of his foot size and bone work, and his mobility really struck me very positively. I like this one a lot, just like True does. Once again, Cold Sweats. No, excuse me. Yeah, Stone Cold Top Shelf is his pedigree. We've got tag 30 in the ring now. Stone Cold My Speed. The grandma's the Palmer sow that was the mom of the 6th overall cross at OYE a couple years ago, and also the mom of Toe to Toe. Truth be told, is a mate to Stone Cold. Mom's a top shelf. Play it cool. First litter gilt here. This is a really nice one here from True. Tag 30. Stone Cold My Speed.
Again, I think a pig that just fits the program so well in terms of skull shape and bone and just correctness of build. This pig's one that has got some versatility. He's got a big show window as well. If you want to push one, if you're still looking for one to show maybe there in January, I think this pig's got some ability to do that. He's got enough muscle to hold on him if you need him to. Or obviously, you get a pig of this quality, you can think about, breeding sounds to one that looks like that because he's that stout, he's that shapely. Again, True brought a really good set. I tell you to go look them up in the back. I promise they'll be clean.
We have tags 131 and 132 from GNS in the ring right now. Both Power Hour. Picture this. This is an interesting pedigree mate to their high seller at Lackey's a couple weeks ago. The grandma is the mother of Front Runner at Crossroads. So we got 131 and 132 from GNS.
At some point, Brock and I are going to switch because he's getting tired of just reading them. But when they look like these, they're fun to talk about. This one that I think, who do we got driving these pigs? Oh, hey, Zoe. We switched showman on me. The one Zoe's on here on the far side is a pig that we found in the back earlier. That one really stuck out to me. That's the tag 131. A pig that's just got a unique kind of a presence from the side. To be that stout featured, I still think he's got some length and extension there ahead of his blade. The perfect length of body to be a show bearer. Great big arm, great front toes. You watch that one come, you watch him go. He tracks true and square. I think a pig that maybe comes with as many extras as any of the prospects we're going to look at. I think a really neat one there. The one Chloe's on, obviously, again, no slouch, a chromed up bear that comes out here with an incredibly arrogant kind of a presence, a pig that's bold underneath, he's shapely up high. I think as we continue to run through these GNS pigs, you're going to see pigs that have the big parts and the big pieces that it takes to win on the big stage. Really good way here to get us started. Reverse ear tags next time, like
We got 133 and 134 also from GNS in the ring right now. So 133 is a cold-blooded. 135, 133, and 135. Excuse me, I'll do better. So we got 133 cold-blooded, next intention, and 135 widespread. Quite frankly.
There were a lot of notes that Brock skipped here on the backside of this of some winners, but honestly, when they look like this, you don't need to know that their grandma was grand at Oregon and their mom raced the reserve champion in New York. You just need to know that they're really good pigs. You study in on them here, and you know that white-legged one when he came out, the tag 133. That pig's just got some added feature and stoutness, a huge forearm and a big front foot. That pig's really round about his rib cage, and I think lots of times we forget about that being a good thing in show pigs in today's world, but that one's bold. He's round, he's stout, yet still got a good look and a functional hind leg. The thin belted pig here closest to us, that's tag 135. This widespread deal has been good. There's been good pigs out of him to find and track down and put on the team this time. I like a lot of things about that pig in terms of just the shape to his head, the size of his front arm. Another one that's got the right kind of length of body, the right kind of maturity and size to push on him. Again, Garrett always brings good pigs to Holy Smoke. I think a good pair here to represent his program.
The white one there, these are also GNS that come in. 136 is a Yorkshire Bell Bottom Blues, walks alone. The dam was a third out D1 NJSS a couple years ago. Also a mate to the Grand Yorkshire Bear at Ohio in 23. The grandma is a mate sister to Warden's mom. We got, is it 134 is actually in the ring now. So a test of time, buckle up. Dam's a litter mate to Decunda's 5th overall D1 gilt at OYE in 24. She also had our $18,000 high selling gilt in our March sale. So we got 134, 136, both from G&S Swine.
You know, you get these out here, and obviously two pigs that couldn't be further apart in where they're at size wise and maturity wise. But yet the one constant in the ring is just pigs that have quality. I know this white one; he was in a pen by himself when we got here today, and I'd say that's for good reason. That pig looks like the kind that win banners throughout the winter. He's got just the perfect kind of proportions from the side, height of shoulder, length of body. A pig that's a kind of long, short, long, as the good doctor in Illinois would tell you. I think a pig, obviously, comes out here. We're going to have lots of good white pigs. I tell you to keep that one towards the top of your list. The big chrome pig looks like he was set back to come to this sale. And I tell you, a lot of these guys up north, anytime you'd go to their farms, they had pigs picked for Holy Smoke very early, and they wanted to bring you stuff with quality. This is a pig that represents himself, represents that program very well. The big chrome one here is tag 134.
The next consigner that's going to come in is Albright Swine Farms. We have tags 77 and 78. 77 there, the Dark Cross. He's a Mindset tricked out. Mindset has made their very best pigs this fall and is already siring winners. One of our favorites of the season in tag 77. Tag 78 is the Berkshire. He'll be in here momentarily. He's a tea time, or she is tea time monster. The grandma is a mate to the Grand Bear at the Winter National, and Tea Time is a mate to Tee Off at Premium Blend Genetics.
Don't worry, we got Chloe on the case. She'll get the old Berkshire up here. But while we're doing that, we can look at this crossbred pig. And I know Doug was proud to load this one, and I would have been too. That pig comes out here with just a real arrogance in the way that he holds his head in the air. That's a big chested hog that's got a big back and a round cage working in him. I tell you, I fed plenty of pigs from that program, and that one's size doesn't scare me a bit. If you want to check your calendar, we're still a long ways away from March 15th. Wouldn't be be scared of a pig that size, especially when they have that quality and come from a program you can trust. This Berkshire Gilt comes out here, and I think anytime I've got the opportunity to judge somewhere, I've tied into a Berkshire of this line one way or the other. I feel like about every time they find the backdrop because they're awesome looking, they're good built. I think just bone and chub and stoutness just comes at the right time in those pigs. Their maturity always reads like this gilt, one that looks like she's built for the long haul. It takes that kind of look and that kind of presence in a baby Berkshire to look right when they're a big, full grown kind of a breeding gilt someday. I tell you to look in here on this first pair that we get to look at from Albright, a really good way to get them started.
Let me borrow these lime green lips.
We've got Albright coming in once again here, 79 and 80, both dark crosses. We got a gilt and a male. Mindset and Intentional. Mindset's a heavy hitter son that's a mate to their grand gilt at the Winter National, and they feel like he's made some of their best pigs of the fall. So we have 78 or 79 and 80 from Albright Swine Farm.
I was up there this summer and got to put eyes on this boar, and that litter of pigs he was out of was very, very good. Pigs that were just incredibly stout featured, yet had the right kind of build and proportions. And I think that would echo true as we drop this pair of 205s into the ring. You've got an option to buy a female here that's backed by some of the best stuff going on at Albright's place from a genetic standpoint. And then obviously you look in on this male, and he's got the kind of presence and just the kind of build and look from the side that it takes on the big stage. When Doug loads up to come south, I know he doesn't like to come to Stillwater just to party. He certainly brings pigs he's proud of. Doug, thanks for coming. Thanks for bringing a really nice set of these pigs here to the Holy Smoke.
Juice Burns Show Pigs comes in here next. They're going to bring both their gilts first. We got tag 127 and 128. Litter mate, no vacancy. Main drag built different. The mom here is a first litter gilt. Main drag built different. Goes back to some of their very best stuff. And this no vacancy is just kind of getting started here. And I think as soon as they come through the ring, you can really identify the no vacancy on the top end of their scale or top end of their or pedigree, just in terms of their head shape and skull shape, but also that kind of firmness and the texture to their muscle. You can see that definitely that influence in there, but also at the same time that main drag built different on the lower part of their skeleton in terms of their just kind of squareness to their feet, the color to their toes, all kind of matches up. So it makes a lot of sense from a pedigree standpoint. 127 and 128 from Juice Burns.
Yeah, Brock would certainly know more than I do about this breed, but I tell you, this is a firm that rarely loses up north, and it's because they bring pigs out to pig shows that have this kind of quality. Pick the one you like, go look at them in the MAC, talk to the guys there about them. I think a really good way to get their consignment started.
This is the last pair that Juice Burns brings us. Both are male pigs, tag 129 and 130. Once again, no vacancy, main drag, built different.
Obviously, a really deep litter of show pigs with just tons of quality top to bottom. And you can study in on the pigs here in the ring now. And obviously, pigs that have got some size to them and a little bit of the guesswork is done here. You can count on these pigs having quality because they're a little bit past just their little cute sale pig stage. So good in terms of build and length of rump, stoutness of feature, toe quality. I think if you're looking for pigs to show early, you could do that, but I would be scared to try to squeeze on one of these a little bit. You watch them come at you, you watch them leave you, just tons of width and power underneath. For the folks you in the room that are looking for pigs of this color to breed their sounds to, I'd say there's certainly options here. Tons of quality, a really great firm that you can have faith buying your pigs from. Juice, thanks for bringing them. I think a really neat set.
Tag 129 and 130. We got tag 146 and 149 in the ring from Day Family Show Pigs. This will be the first of a or first pair of consignments from Day. 146 is a light cross male pig. 30-3 Wild Time Hero, dams littermate to the Grand Bear at OYE and 25. 149 also from Day. Another light cross, obviously. 30-3 Wild Time Hero, same deal there. Dan would be a littermate to the Grand Bear at OYE. So really a neat pedigree and a pair that I think represent a lot of what Dave family try to do from year in and year out. You can recognize that this pair comes from Day. That kind of stoutness of feature, that kind of look from the side, really represents our program quite well.
Yeah, there's probably not much that we can say to convince you that these are the kind of pigs you need to put on feed more than the pigs can do for themselves. But I tell you to trust the program, trust the guy that stands behind them. There's not a more honest pig breeder around the world than Justin Day is, a firm that we count on to get some good stock from and drop these out here. And man, they're so indicative of what his program is known for. Really good way to get Justin's consignment started.
Hell yeah.
We're going to continue here in the Day Family Show Pigs consignments, tag 147 and 148. 147 is the gilt. She's a Daybreak Pace Car Kingpin. Daybreak, his genetic line is a Wide Awake. Daylight is a boar they sold at King's last fall. The dam is out of the $65,000 gilt that Heron Genetics sold at the exchange last summer or a couple summers ago. That was had the grand gilt there at the expo. Tag 148 is a male pig. Lead the way, say it. In game, Dam's littermate to say something at Gary Todd. So this is the final pair from Day Family Show Pigs, tag 147 and 148.
He didn't even write all that. You just kind of ad-libbed that. I like that. Obviously, again, anytime Justin loads up to come to Holy Smoke, you can count on him bringing the best stuff he's got. And I'd say his track record of pigs actually feeding and working out of this sale are as high as anyone's. You bring these in the ring, and this male pig's an absolute freak show in terms of stoutness, length of body, height of shoulder, and just an egregiously stout kind of a skull and jawbone working in him. A pig that's so big-footed, but yet propped up on his toes with just great posture there. We all talk about making him short-spined. I tell you, that one fits the bill in terms of being short-bodied, yet he's still level and long about his rump. He's long from his blade forward. An absolute freak here, and the thin-belted one that's the kind you want to try to buy for your kid in the show, the kind you want to try to breed your sows to if you're trying to make them better. This gilt comes out here in another one that's just got tons of quality, and her build and bone is just next level good. A great head. It's hard to make them that cute, yet that stout at the same time. I think her build out back's comfortable and good. A great pair here from a great firm. I tell you to go look all these up in the back, figure out your favorite, figure out how to try to get them in your popper when you head home.
We're going to bring Heron Genetics in the ring next. Tag 110 is the solid white Yorkshire. Smoke screen, smoke. Tricked out is what his pedigree is. Tag 111 will be the gilt, and then tag 112 is the belted male pig. So 111 and 112 will be litter mate 32 litters. One way, tricked out, never before. We got that sow from Diederding a couple years ago. She raised a bear that won his, or actually, I think he did win his class at OYE last year, but also he made the sale there. Really nice pig that JD's people showed. So we got all these from Heron Genetics, tag 110, 111, and 112.
We'll take just a second here. We dropped 3 of them out, and I think not just because he's sitting beside me and he's a friend, but I do think that these pigs just deserve a little extra attention in terms of quality. Again, like Brock said, we got to feed a bear out of this sow last time that these dark pigmented pigs are out of, and he probably fed as true and honest as any pig that we got to feed last time. And we didn't show him a lot because we always knew that one had a chance at the city, and just looked like he did as a baby the whole way through. A pig that was incredibly easy feeding, and you get this pair out here, and they're just eerily similar to what that bear looked like in terms of quality. Great heads, the right length of body, muscle shape and texture that just looks like they're easy to feed. And I think you could take these pigs home, and you just wouldn't have to be a mad scientist with a feed bucket to make those look good. Honest pigs that come with width, stoutness, look, bone, all the extras it takes, but yet in a skeleton that can kind of take the final push. Brock normally tries to save one this color for this sale, and he brings you one that's an absolute freak. And I know he's been really proud of this smokescreen pig for a long time. He wanted to note that that one's white as well as castrated, which is probably unfortunate for some boar buyers in the crowd, because the one that color to have that kind of quality from the side is so hard to do. We talk about making pigs tall fronted. That pig's literally taller at his shoulder than he is at his tail head, yet he's still a level rump pig. His lines from the side are as near ideal as you can make them, yet he comes at you with a big chest and a big blade, leaves you with tons of power as well. I know Brock's been incredibly proud of the 28 litter pig there for a long time. The 32s, that's a litter that's been deep, been good. I've got a lot of faith in the one-way thing. We've probably bought as many of those for our crew as pigs we bought out of any boar this season. I think stuff's really good there on paper. Looks good on the chips. Really good trio here that Brock brought you.
We're going to bring Squires Genetics into the sale ring now. Excuse me, we got tag 124, 125, and 126. Looks like 124 and 125 would be a litter mates, inclusive lead lap Ascension. The mother's a $6,000 gilt. They got a Queens last year from the Inhofe family. Mate sister, or mate gilt sold at the Queens this year and was received really well. That'd be tag 124 and 125. Also tag 126 that's in the ring from Squires Genetics is also an Awakening redeemed. The mom here is a line-bred Brockman daughter, first litter, but came from one of the deepest litters that they've had this fall. So 124, 125, and 126, all from Squires.
Sit here and just talk about a guy that's been a friend for a lot of years, and he brings you a trio of pigs that are honestly really good representations of the kind of pigs that Mav likes. Incredibly stout featured pigs that have got big skulls, big ribs, big legs, and I think just come with some extras in terms of product and power. I think as you study in on them, obviously, to have that kind of feature, I think pigs that are still good in their build. These pigs have got great toe quality, and I think that's something that Mav really focuses on, is not only making them stout, but making them correct. Pigs that are the right kind of length, their proportions are right, lots of stoutness, lots of bone, lots of fur. Good trio that Mav brought.
Yeah.
We're going to bring Cox Show Team in next. All three of their consignments looks like they're coming in all at once. So we got tag 48 and 49, both 7 litters, secured modern day. The mom came from Colson. The extended pedigree on the mother, modern day, chosen one, reroute, buried 4. So that's 48 and 49, litter mate, secured modern day. And then tag 50, that'd be the light cross male pig there. Ambush promotion. They bought the mother in Tulsa at the gilt sale, raised by Schulte. Same mom as No Glue. That's a crypt, it says. So we got a tag 48, 49, and 50, all from Cox.
I hadn't stumbled across these pigs in the back yet, so what you're getting from me here is the initial appraisal. But when this 48 dropped his head through the gate, that's a pig that really captivated my interest. He's got an awesome skull, great big forearm, and a really good front toe set. You watch that pig turn around and go across the arena there. He's a tall-shouldered one that's got the right kind of length, the right kind of boldness to his cage. A pig that takes a long, authoritative kind of step out back. That 48 that Chloe's on there, man, that one really hit me hard as they came out of the gate there. And his litter mate, the other dark pigmented pig here in the ring, the 49 that Zoe's driving. Again, you get that one out here, and he fits the mold of the show pigs that we've looked at so far today in terms of just proportions and design from the side. A pig that looks like he's certainly built to feed. The tag 50 is the light cross in the ring, and you get that one out here, and just think about where that one could stack up in that division to have that kind of broadness in his chest, that kind of shape up high. That's a pig that's got the perfect kind of length to height ratio. He's square when you step in behind him. In a division that struggles sometimes, it looks like we're going to have lots of options with lots of quality here at the Holy Smoke. Good trio. Thanks, Mark, for bringing them.
We're going to bring 3 in the ring next, all from Danner Livestock. Tag 36, 37, and 38. All these bigs would be all 3 be 287 litters, bell bottom blues. Next play, the mom raised a winner at the music drive this time. So once again, we got 36, 37, and 38 bell bottom blues. Next play from Danner Livestock.
You know, it takes a lot to make a litter that has this many pigs that you want to take to a live sale. And again, like we talked about on a couple of the earlier consigners that are real stingy when you go to their house, this blue one is one that we tried so hard to load on our last trip up north, but he said that Trent would be mad at him if he sold it before the sale, so he held on to him. I'll tell you, blues have been pretty good this season so far. It's going to be fun to watch that division this winter and into the spring. This one jumps right into the mix for me on one of the higher quality ones that we've got to see anywhere. A pig that's proud in the way that he carries himself across the arena. He's really bold in his chest, and he's square and powerful when he leaves you. Really tricked out in his look, his shape, his color. One that looks like he's going to be awfully competitive. The gilt there that Gabby's driving is tag 37, a pig that comes out here, and I think again just fits the mold of what one should look like from the side. Got the right length, the right height, a really stout skull, and a big arm. A pig that just looks modern in the way that she puts herself together. One that's got just tons and tons of quality. Tag 36 there that Chloe's on is probably just a little greener maybe today, and just the shape to his body. But you study in on that one. That pig's got as much quality as any of them that we're going to look at. A high-headed pig with a sweet skull, perfect length of body, great front toes, a big hind leg that's got set and bend to it. Really good trio here from the Danner crew. Thanks, Kendall.
Richie Livestock comes in next. 137, 138, and 139. The Dark Cross male pig there is tag 137. Wild Time Top Shelf. That's tag 137. 138 would be the Yorkshire there. Hot Rod Blow. on Ice's mate sister, and then tag 139 is their Poland male pig. All together, state and facts. Looks like the grandma would be a litter mate to their $60,000 gilt that was really well received at OYE a few years ago. So we've got Richie Livestock in the ring, 137 through 139.
Yeah, a good trio that I know Richie's been setting on for a while. And when they came in the ring, Hambone said, "Hey, 138's the Yorkshire," and he can identify a good Yorkshire as quick as anyone. And if you're not careful, he'll just mess around and beat you with one of them. I'm telling you, a good York here to get us started from Richie. That's the tag 138. I know that Sal's been really good for those guys. And if Biscuit wouldn't have painted a gilt at Indiana, she certainly could have got along. I thought she looked really good as she headed down the ramp back to her pen, and that would have been out of the same sow that 138's out of. We look at 137 here, the wild time pig, the one that's closest to me. The Dax is on a pig that looks like a lot of the wild times do in terms of elevation, bone, toe quality. A pig that's just got a great feeding look to him. And I tell you, the elephant in the room is what do you do with this Poland? Because he's a freak in terms of just his look and his stoutness and the boldness that he's got. A really good trio here that do lots of different things for me in terms of just their endpoints and where all you could take them. An incredibly versatile group that can fit lots of different show windows. Really good trio here from my buddy Tyler.
The next pair come in are both gilts from HF Genetics, 88 and 89. So 88 is the Berkshire gilt. She's a unhinged Tink Tink. The mom was the reserve champion Berkshire gilt at Houston and Supreme at Mercedes. She was raised the 5th overall at Texas Elite last year. Then 89 as the Dark Cross gilt. Stranglehold, picture this. Mom was the grand at Victoria County last spring, and this is her first litter. So tag 88, 89 HF Genetics.
Yeah, Cassidy sent some good stuff. And if you're going to make pigs travel as far as these had to travel to get here and them still look this good when they get here, you know that's high quality stock. This Berkshire's a real neat looking one from the side. It's incredibly long strided. I love her maturity pattern and just the way that she looks like she can be on her way up for a long time. I like her quality of toe. I like the way she strides on both ends of her skeleton. This little calico gilt comes with all the bells and whistles and all the freak pieces that we're all looking for. This stranglehold deal, it's got some real teeth to it. Seen tons of pigs out of him this time in our travels that we've liked and trying to gather. I think a really good pair here that represents his program well. These are hogs that are good built, that have a neat look, yet still have some extras in terms of shape and muscle. A really good pair here from HF.
We're going to bring in TKO Genetics next with their consignments tag 4, 5, and 6. 4 and 5 looks like their littermate 40 litters. Money Moves, High Heat, Wayne's littermate sister. So the grandma there is a littermate to the Grand Bear at OYE in 24. Money Moves is capable of a lot. The mother here is one that they're very high on. Also a mate to No Ceiling. So that's tag 4 and 5, both from TKO, and also tag 6 from TKO. Far and Wide, Past the Hat, Echo, out of a first litter gilt from one of their South families they're really proud of. They've really gotten along well at Oklahoma Swine, the Oklahoma Breeders Association show, also the American Royal and countless majors across the country. So 4, 5, and 6, TKO Genetics.
Again, a firm that just runs hand in hand with winning in our state, and bought a lot of picks from Kyle over the years, and had a lot of success with those. And as you study in on these, I think they really, honestly, represent his program incredibly well. The thin belted one here that Gabby's on, I think just looks like a pig that you'd say Hicks raised in terms of look and shape and bone. That's the tag 5 there on the far side of the ring. A really neat headed pig that comes at you with a big kind of a blade. He's got some power when he leaves you, yet still a pig that I think is green enough and raw enough in his condition to be the kind you want to feed on. The one Chloe's on is tag 4, a pig that looks like some of them we've gone along with in terms of just cage and look up front. That pig's got a lot of set and cushion to his rear joint work, and I think we can all appreciate that as we watch that one go across the arena. Again, a pig that's still got big time pieces in terms of just width and power and chub. The one Dax is on is tag 6. That pig comes out here with a shot more elevation, a neat look from the side. The right kind of just length out of his rump and comfortability to his rear step. Really like these pigs. A great way to start TKOs.
We're going to bring Hofschulte Genetics in next. We got tags 102 and 103. 102 is the one there in the lead in the center part of the ring. 103 is the blue belted gilt. 102 is a secured in-game first litter gilt here. Came from S&K. They're really high on her. The 103, the light cross gilt there, navy blue cotton appin. I feel like this navy blue thing has been very good. And this is one that the mother came from the litter that was had a reserve grant at the Northwest District Show for the Inman family. So we got 102 and 103, both coming from Hofschulte Genetics.
102's the calico colored pig there in the center of the ring. And this looks like so many pigs that they've brought to pig sales. A high headed one that's got a big hind leg, tons of power in terms of just his hip and his width when he leaves you. A pig that's elevated in terms of his shoulder height, yet I still think he's compact enough in the length to his spine to be just a bold rib, big backed one when you get to the end. The blue belted one, again, gets right in the mix of things in the light cross division. Little gilt there, tag 103. Farrah's driving, one that you get out here, and she's just got a real arrogance from the side, a high headed gilt. It's got a neat skull working in her. Again, the right kind of length of body, the right kind of muscle texture. I think her build's good. Her toe quality's good. I think a pair that represents what the crew there at Hofschulte wants to do. Really good pair here. They brought you to smoke.
102 and 103, both from Hofschulte.
Like, you think he was small?
The next three that we're going to bring in 143, 144, and 145. So 143 and 144, littermate light crosses there. Hang tight, wide awake, light cross male gilt. Mates to the $25,000 boar purchase by Premium Blend at the established. So that's kind of a neat thing there. They'd be a mate to a $25,000 one that went to Premium Blend. 145, also from Atkins Livestock, is their Berkshire. Pin 1, top it off. Mama's a mate to their champion market hog of the 2024 nail. The grandma raised the champion Burt gilt at the exposition this past summer. So really a lot of neat things going on genetically with these 143, 144, and 145.
143, there's the light cross male in the center of the ring that he chose to drive himself. And you get that one out here, and that pig's wildly stout. He's big armed, he's big rear footed, looks absolutely tricked out in the way that he carries himself across the arena. We all struggle at times to make blues that are stout enough. That one defies logic and defies nature for this color to have that kind of arm, that size of front foot, that stout of skull. An absolute freak. In my opinion, a pig that's got breeding value, a pig that can be a dominating kind of a show bearer. I love that show pig. A really good one there to start his consignments. Tag 145 is the other male pig in the ring, the Pin 1 Berkshire. I know the Berkshire deal's been really hot there at Alex Firm, And this kind of pig is the reason why he's been winning. Perfect proportions, height of shoulder, just length of spine and shape and boldness up higher. So good. Berkshire pig that just looks genuine. He looks real. He looks stout. One that looks like he can work. Did you say you were scratching this gilt and just sending her home with me? Yeah, we talked about it. It didn't quite work out. I tell you guys, bring a big switch if you think you're going to beat me off this blue one. An incredible animal. Love that pig. There's not much I can say about her that everyone else can't see. Really good trio. Thanks for bringing them to Holy Smoke.
Next in the ring is tag 39 from DL Genetics. Far and wide, hold your breath. Hold your breath is responsible for the reserve overall at Indiana State or Iowa State Fair in 25, the reserve dart cross at Houston, the grand D3 dart cross at Ohio State Fair in 25. So far and wide, hold your breath. Tag 39 from DL Genetics.
Typically you'd say it's a rough place to come in after that trio that just left, and they're talking about a preview. But the DL pig here, he's going to hold his own, and I think he'll keep the crowd motivated to pay attention. A pig that's got a wild look, great color, tons of shag. You watch that one step and bend out back. He takes an incredibly long stride. He's comfortable in the way that he moves his hock and his rear heel. Pig that's got a sweet skull, tons of shape, lots of really good things there on tag 39 from DL.
This pair here that come in the ring tag 51 and 52, both from Warner Livestock. 51 is a wide awake Echo tricked out. The mother is a mate to their fifth out at Ohio last year. And then the 52, 30-3 tricked out 77-11. The mom is a walk-off, is walk-off's mom. Fletcher Schroeder, Loretta. That's a pretty good pedigree on both sides. So we got 51 to 52, 51 wide awake Echo tricked out 52, 30-3 tricked out 77-11.
The thing I tell you about buying pigs from Nate is to just trust that he brought them to Holy Smoke for a reason, and whether they look like they're your kind or not, I tell you, get it your hand in the air and try to buy them, or just most likely have a chance to get beat by them. There's probably not a consigner that comes to the Holy Smoke and more consistently have pigs that feed and work on a big stage than Nate does, and he brings you a pair here that honestly just look bulletproof in terms of toe quality and build from the side. Pigs that are stout featured. They've got some length and levelness out of their rump. Pigs that have got some extras and some big time pieces, yet don't present a lot of problems. I tell you, if you drove around very many miles looking for show pigs, it's hard to find them that are stout, that aren't messed up. I think this pair from Nate does it very good. And again, like I say, there's probably not a program you can trust more in what they're going to bring to smoke than what Nate's representatives here will do. Really good pigs there from Nate.
We're going to start into the Loudermill consignments now. We have tag 20 or 12, I should say, and then we have tag 15. So 12 is the dart cross there. Kong on Magic Trick. The mom was a multiple-time top 5 gilt in Indiana in the 2023 circuit. The grandma was the 4th overall Division I at the Indiana State Fair as well. Tag 15 would be the Berkshire gilt there. Moonwalk over the top. The mom was the reserve Berkshire gilt at Indiana in 2024, and also the Team Purebred Junior National. So lots of credentialed females on the bottom end of things here. We have tag 20 or 12, I should say, in the dart cross, and then tag 15 would be the Berkshire.
A really good pair here, and tag 12 comes out here, and gotta appreciate that pig for just his stoutness and his build. The only thing missing right now is Biscuit to tell you about him, but he tell you he loves this black pig and loves a lot of things about him, and to not worry about buying him. Lots of good pieces there. I wouldn't have expected anything less from a firm that's known about bringing good pigs to Holy Smoke. Tag 15 there is the Berkshire female. You get that one out here, and her build's next level. Her proportions from the side are ideal. She's got the right kind of maturity pattern to show in the time frame that we all need to show pigs. A good pair here to start Loudermilk's consignments.
The next pair that we're going to bring in, both spot gilts from Loudermilk, tag 13 and tag 14. Littermate sisters, Kronos, Big Daddy. The mom is the first litter gilt here that originated from Boyson. She was shown by the Schaefer family. I don't know a lot about her, but she killed it round one, so they say. So we got spot gilts here. I feel like you're the guy, the spot guy right now, JD. This pair really kind of represent the Loudermilk Show Pigs program really well. I feel like they win as many spot shows as JD Show Pigs does. Tags 13 and tag 14 from Loudermilk.
Yeah, tag 13's the darker colored one here that Farrah's on, and Chloe there's on the one that's got just a little more white on her. And I tell you, when this guy loads them, you better pay attention. He brought a pair that looked a lot like this a couple years ago to the Holy Smoke, and one of them, Richie's boy, showed and got along real good at the city. That's been a generator for her new firm, and I ended up with the other one. We hit the ditch out of her first litter. This program not only is going to make pigs that come out and have the ability to win shows for you, but they're flat generators. There's tons of years of breeding behind them. They don't look like this on accident. This is a great firm that's just poured years of dedication into making this breed better. We appreciate them for offering some of their females right out of the heart of their herd here at the Holy Smoke. Again, tags 13 and 14 from Loudermilk.
We're going to get into the Pruitt livestock consignments next. I believe these are tag 9 and 10 coming to the ring now. Both light crosses. We got Trick Daddy, Grindstone. The mother has raised a sail-making bear at Houston the last 2 years, so lots of consistency there. We got tag 9 and 10. Once again, Trick Daddy on a Grindstone sow.
You know, we've had a lot of luck feeding these Trick Daddy pigs, and he complimented our feeding program in South Base incredibly well. You get these pigs out here, and they just offer the kind of quality that you can expect there. You study in on this sow line and what she's done, and just the fact that she can continually make pigs that find their way to the winner's circle gives you tons of confidence as a buyer as you step in over the rail and think about putting your hand in the air. I love this Barra as he comes out here. A pig's got such a neat look from the side. And when a pig's got that kind of elevation and that kind of look, normally they come at you and they sacrifice width and power. That pig's still broad underneath and just does things right from a maturity standpoint. This gilt's one that hits me hard as a dual purpose kind of a female. She looks like she can win a lot for you. But where she looks like she could do her real work is in a sow lot. That's a durable built one with a round cage, incredibly long, incredibly level hip. She's stout skulled, lots of good. And the blue pigs here that Pruitt brought, I think a fun way to start things here with the 13 litter pigs.
We're going to bring in the final pair from Pruitt Livestock now, tag 8 and tag 11. Tag 11 will be the Chester male pig. He's a pit boss, cover boy. The mother is the 4th overall Chester Gilt at the Indiana State Fair. She also raised the champion Chester Gilt at the 2022 Indiana State Fair. And then tag 8, the dark cross male pig there. Trick Daddy backdrop. The mom raised the grand overall at the Henry County Fair in Indiana. So tag 8 and tag 11 from Pruitt.
again, the quality keeps coming, and I know that Brock and I's time with you is coming to an end, but appreciate the opportunity to sit in here and look at these things. This belt comes out here, and that's a true power hog in terms of width, boldness of cage, back, and spread. Pig that's got a big hind leg and a great rear foot. It would take a lot to mess that one up when you get him home and get him on feed, because he's already got the power. His hind leg looks unbreakable. Love lots of things about the belted pig. The Chester looks like one that you could unleash on and grow hard and push him to wherever you want to show him at. A pig for this breed that's so neat and tidy about his head and neck. A pig that's trim and shapely up high with a good hind leg. Really good pair here again. That's tags 8, tags 11 from Pruitt.
Here at Winter Boar, Sam and I have tried to parlay our differences of experience in the way and where we were brought up in different parts of the country into a very high quality offering. And as a reflection of the multiple different breeds that we have in terms of sows, we also have the boars on hand to breed them. The result of this is a broad and diverse offering of high quality boars we feel will help move our operation forward. And as such, we are confident they can help other breeders as well. Reach out to Sam, Keaton, or myself with any questions, and thank you for the opportunity to help get your sows bred.
Thanks, I'll miss it. Nope. Yeah, you get
Excited to have the opportunity to talk the pigs here with my buddy Weldon here to my right. We'll be on the call. Again, we were here last night. The last thing I said to Trent when I left, without a doubt, the lots and pigs that we had seen, the best they had been. First one here in the ring now would be a pig here from Miller Time, a good buddy, a good guy. Again, be tagged 64, be a woke, ruthless, really good pig here in the ring now.
for sure. And once again, for sure. And once again, thanks, Trent, Ruth. Absolutely incredible pig sale. Like Wilbur said, we're excited to do it together. Obviously, for those that have been in the back or if you're up front, as always, an incredible set of pigs. This pig is an awesome just pig in the flesh for Wilbur and I to start our set of the preview with, because he does and embodies a lot of the stuff we like. That is a beautiful head, an incredible upper chest. He's got the perfect color, the big fuzz. We all like to talk about that. It definitely matters. More importantly, linked to his rump, set to his rear leg. I think absolutely incredible. A good way to start our side of the preview. Once again, that was tag 64 there as he leaves.
Coming in the ring next will be tag 65 and 66. These would be a pair of litter mates. They'd be buckle up, wide awake. And just those of you that maybe haven't following or following the Miller Times program, he's a guy that has had as much success with buckle up as any of them. He brought a trio that I think embodies what he's known for, making them exotic, yet still keeping them in check. Again, tag 65 would be the Calico. The belted one there would be set tag 66.
Another good group of them here, and we'll start discussing this Calico pig. Very impressive, just in his view there from behind. The guys that are about a 75%, three-quarter view of that pig on the side of the ring here get a great view of just where he represents quality, in my opinion. A huge upper hip and pin set, perfect flare to his stifle, beautiful hock and rear leg. And then up front, great in terms of his neckline, his look. He's a secure-footed pig that's got some length to his cannon. looks like he can hit his growth curve and get going very, very quickly in a good manner. The belted pig, same could be said for him. That's 66 there that Farrah Dupree's on right there. An awesome looking pig. And for us, we think, especially just looking at his mid body, so promising for a good feeding pig. He's got a round, athletic shape to his body, yet his composition is absolutely perfect. Another one of them that just up front in terms of head, neckline, the broadness between his blades, so very good. And their hock and rear leg set from behind is about as good as you can get it. Once again, the other two from Miller Tom here in front of you. That's been good. You think so? Yeah.
My family show pigs will be coming in here next. And Lane's a guy there. Got to know a few years back and always excited to see what it is that he'll bring to the sale. Just such a humble individual that's passionate about raising good show pigs. He brings a trio of them to us here. We have tag 41 there, would be the light cross male, would be a bell bottom blues. Picture this. Bell bottom blues was a pig that he would have sold here last year at Holy Smoke. Just such an impressive individual there. Then we'll have tag 40 would be the smaller pig there in the ring, the chromed up one. He'd be a one-way Prince Charming. And then we'd have tag 42, which would be the dark cross female, be on the prowl, backdrop, Godfather. Dam is a mate sister to Bell Bottom Blues mom. So again, pigs that have done really well. And like I said, the Bell Bottoms Blue Boar was incredible here last year. Seen some awesome pigs out of him. Continues here from Lane Mai.
Yeah, once again, Lane Mai, an incredible guy and a firm that's very, very synonymous there with winning. And for sure, like I said, an incredible guy. As we work through this, we'll do our best just to kind of work down them in numerical order in relation to breeder, as long as we get those tags coming in. So we'll start with 40. That's a little chromed up male pig there, the dark cross pig. And man, one in my opinion, so very good. Obviously, all of us like looking at cute little sale pigs, and that one's got those qualities and features, yet in my opinion still reads a very real world. The shape of his head, the width between his eyes, absolutely beautiful. He complements it by a perfect organized front skeleton, and then just his length of hip out back, the bend of his rear leg, yet security of his hock and rear foot, so very good. We're in a time where, you know, we talk a lot about saying, hey, is that one big enough, or is that one just stout enough? In my opinion, believe it or not, that's a good sized OYE pig in my opinion on how they should look for sure. The next one in will be the blue one, tag 41, another pig that embodies some really good stuff. Just in terms of his arm, he is perfect, and just the angulation of his front shoulder, the openness of his knee, that's very hard to do in that division, especially when it's coupled there with some stoutness of feature. Then the gilt, the last one we'll talk, 42, she was one that hit me really good in the back, especially her upper line. You'll hear Wilbur and I talk a lot about head and ear, and that gilt is extremely good in that regard. Perfect, perky, vertical set to her ear, stoutness to her head, perfect in terms of the flatness of her back, yet shape there to her body, and then yet still too got length to her hip. In my opinion, that is an incredible long-term crossbred gilt that looks like she can win. This is a very good trio of them. Thanks, Clay. No, she got it. I dropped it.
In the ring now will be CNC Show Pigs, a guy that I get to talk to on a daily basis, someone that I look up to and respect to the nth degree. Again, tags 115 and 116. Both of them have same pedigree. They'd be wild time. Quite frankly, tag 115 would be out of Far and Wide and Everyday Hustle's mom. And then tag 116 as mommy would be Foster's Grand Gilt at Arkansas State Fair. I think Slim did an incredible job bringing a pair of them that I think are truly special. I think just in my humble opinion, he brings a herd boar and he brings a bear that's cut and ready to go win a pig show. Good job, Slim.
Yeah, thanks, Slim. And another staple, in my opinion, to the Holy Smoke Pig Sale, being wet behind the ears and just kind of watching this deal over the years. CNC always been a very, very good staple to this sale. And Wilbur said it best. Obviously, you got a show bear in the ring. And then, in our opinion, good luck to you, bear buyers for sure. Because one looks like could get to breed a few sows. And this pig, 115 there, is so good in terms of what he represents. And we always like to talk about the extras. At times, it can be cliche, and then you got to sit back and say, hey, is one of that a ruggedness to his head, heaviness to his arm, and a heavy bone type of animal? Is he good enough built? Refreshingly enough, that one is. He is perfect in terms of a lateness, maturity in a pig that's ready, and obviously shows you what he does in terms of positive indicators. Looks like he could raise pigs that all of us could come back and try to buy the next year. Like Wilbur said, both sired by Wild Time for me personally, and then a handful of other guys in the crowd resonates pretty good to the heart. This chromed up pig, in my opinion, is absolutely incredible. As positively as we speak about this boar prospect, in my opinion, that pig in a barrow show ring is absolutely very, very far reaching. Once again, beautiful, cute head with width to his upper chest. His rear skeleton is absolutely perfect. We still haven't talked about how big his legs are. We still haven't talked about how good his color is. This is an incredible pair of them from CNC. Very, very good.
Coming in the ring now would be tag 18 and tag 19 there from Hammock Show Pigs. Tag 18 would be the light cross there, would be a Wild Time Crickets. Sal raised the champion York Bear at Tulsa, and numerous cell makers at OYE, San Antonio, and Houston. Here in the comments, they said that they love 5-1. I understand why. And then tag 19 would be the York appearing pig there, would be a Renegade All Out Crickets. Mommy is a first litter gilt, a pig that they've had saved back for Holy Smoke. Understand why. Good group here, Hammock.
Yeah, another very, very good pair of them coming. And Hammock, another one of them guys we're very, very close with. But just being honest, Wilbur and I are going to tell you what we see. Obviously, the quality here is extremely good, and you're going to hear that represented just in what we say. 18, once again, an awesome pig, sired by Wild Time. Like Wilbur said, Mom would have raised the champion Yorkshire Bear there at Tulsa. An incredible sow, and this pig sired by a real good boar. He does some very, very good stuff for me. He's got a heavy duty, very, very big view there to his forearm, yet his front foot, so strong, so secure. Looks like one of them at the major show you're never going to have to get your soul paint out with and mess with dew claws, because he is so perfect in just the strength of his front foot, beautifulness, and just the roundness of his body. Very, very good in that regard. The white one, once again, another very, very good pig, and a few of these things we're going to talk about tonight in terms of hair and bone. Hey, take it or leave it. That pig's got it for sure. And in my opinion, in the Yorkshire ring, like Wilbur said earlier, it's hard to get a white one or a blue one that's got stoutness of feature, yet still just some true roundness to their body. It's hard to make them that attractive and then that good built. That pig could have his head in the feeder, and he could still run directly uphill about 3 or 4 inches. That's hard to do when it's coupled with bison. Just bend to your front shoulder. Good pair.
Olson Show Pigs will be coming in next with tag 20, being all access, say it, a sow there that's had a lot of success. My comments on this pig, I would have seen a video there on Snapchat a couple days ago, and he hit me hard. He's one I was excited to see, and then I saw him here earlier running to the wash rack, hit me even harder then. I like this pig real good, Weldon.
Agreed for sure. And like Wilbur said, obviously got to be kind of paraded there on Snapchat, excuse me. And, at times, especially for us young guys, that's cool. And then just working with families, I run across times where the dads are like, hey, I don't have Snapchat. What's this pig? Well, here he is in the flesh. He's an extremely, extremely good pig. Evan, another guy that takes this pig sale extremely, hard in terms of what he does at home for bringing one of the right quality. This pig, Wilbur and I could sit here and draw up about 20 adjective words to describe this pig. I'll keep it simple. He's got shortness to his body, length to his cannon, roundness to his body, and a beautiful look up front. He still does it with an incredible amount of feature down low. Sale highlight for sure. Very, very good.
Philip Show Pigs will be entering the ring now. Tag 119, there would be the York Appearing Pig. It would be a Seen Things, Quite Elite. Mom would have raised the class winner at San Angelo there in her first litter. I'll tell you, I haven't got to see maybe as many Seeing Thing pigs as what I would like, but the ones that I have been impressive. 119 is a stoutie for sure. Then tag 120 would be the Dark Cross, would be a mainline Nomad. Again, he doesn't disappoint for how good those main lines have been. Interesting pair here in the ring now.
Another good pair of them, and Cooper, another guy like all of us know, especially in state and then south of us, and really all around the country. Very, very in line and synonymous with what it takes in terms of knowledge of raising a pig that can win. This Yorkshire is very interesting, in my opinion. We could get us a 12-inch ruler and stick it in between both of his front knees, and we may fit it all the way in between. I mean, an incredibly wide-chested animal that has got a beautiful turn to his body. He's got depth to his body, yet a perfect balance from his sternum to his flank. He's still up-headed, perky-eared, got length to his hip. I think just compositionally, long-term, reads very, very good. Those same things could be reciprocated and said about this belted pig. In my opinion, he's maybe even that much more just jacked up front in terms of front end elevation. Still got a beautiful bend and cushion there to his front skeleton as well. One that is very, very good just in terms of his athletic hard shape up high, but he's got a good shape to his body. This is a good pair. That white one, in my opinion, does some very, very good stuff. Thanks, Cooper. Good pair of them.
Bert. IDK Genetics will be coming in the ring next. There with tag 121 will be an Upward Joe Exotic OTL. I got to talk with Nick there just earlier. I could tell the excitement in his voice when he was talking about this Burt. I understand why. Very good pig. Mom would have raised a class winner there at Houston in her first litter. Very good Berkshire here.
Absolutely. And a pig for that division, in my opinion, represents some very, very good stuff. We all know how hard it is to get a Berkshire show bear or show gilt, no matter what, to have some true stoutness of feature, and then yet still be good just in terms of the elbow and the neckline. Oftentimes, we inject so much feature into that breed, they get a little bit lousy up front, and that pig is not that. He's got a perfect long-term shape to his body. It's round and full today, but looks like it'll be fresh as a big heavyweight Berkshire bear. He's still got bone there from behind. His foot, his rear toe there, opened up, durable, link to his hip, and some link to his cannon, something that may not be as popular as some other phrases to throw out there. It's impressive to me, though, that a pig that's got some feature also looks like he can grow and get it and be an impressive heavyweight. That one does it for sure.
Coming in next, we'll have the remainder there of the IDK genetics consignments. Would be tag 122 and 123. Would be a pair of litter mates. Be no regard to the extreme. This is the only gilt in the litter. They sold the rest of the mates there at King's, and they were very well received. I believe these two should be well received as well. Again, one tag 122 would be the gilt. Tag 123 would be the male.
Yeah, once again, we'll kind of go numerically in relation to breeders. So we'll talk this gilt. And as Wilbur and I were sitting up here, Nick's nephew Hadley there, he's called me 3 times now on my phone. So I don't know if he was just excited to see the family's consignments come in on the live stream here at Holy Smoke or what the deal was. But Hadley, I'd say rest assured, your family brought some good stuff. This gilt, absolutely incredible just in terms of her upper line. Once again, a gilt that looks like she's going to be her best as a big finishing type of gilt. And for those in the crowd that don't like that kind, I'd say, hey, that type make the world go round. Because when you can buy one that's got feature, some promiseness there, just in terms of her build long term, so good. And I mean, just her back line, her length of hip, where her ear sits in relation there to her blade, awesome looking gilt that's going to do nothing but get better every single day. The same could be said for this chromed up pig. And man, one to me, just from a barrels feeder perspective, hits me really good. Once again, an incredible indication of quality up front there in terms of his head and his ear. A beautiful bend to his rear leg. He had his hock from behind's right, his feet down lower right. And I mean, a pair of them that represent good stuff now. And I'm not kidding you. In my opinion, look like they're going to go home and get just better every single day. Once again, that's IDK Genetics. The dark cross gilt there is 122. The male's 123.
Winnington Show Pigs will be entering the ring next. There with tag 81 would be a relentless quitting time. Sal here has raised multiple sale qualifiers at both Tulsa and OIE. I always enjoy getting to see what it is that Kendall's going to bring. Not only are they going to be good at this size, but ultimately they're hogs that feed and finish. It's a testament to the job that he does. Again, tag 81 would be in the ring here now.
Yeah, once again, 81 from Woodington Show Pigs, and an awesome pig in my opinion. And from my perspective, so impressive in the fact I bet that pig came to the pig sale with a good shape to his body. He still got it right now. One of them we oftentimes struggle with trying to get pigs to eat and do well. That pig looks like it doesn't take a whole lot to get that type of just perfect shape to his mid body. That's extremely hard, especially when it's coupled by a great build, big bones down low, a very good representation that I think classes Hamp all day long.
Tag 82 from Schreiber Genetics will be coming in now. Will be a relentless, real talk, next intention. Mom is a mate to the champion heavyweight there at Houston in 24. Grandma raised the Grand Gilt at Dallas in 24. Grand Barrett, Houston, and champion D1 Gilt at San Antonio last year, and also would have raised standout there at PBG. A great time to get on the edge of your seat anytime Schreiber brings one to town. We got a chance to go to the backdrop. Good job here, Straber.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. And, you know, getting to do a few of these live sale previews throughout the fall and got a few more to finish on. But every single time Strieber brings a pig in, normally I'm in Wilbur's shoes trying to read the mile-long list of winners there that his pig's moms have produced. And that's so good, in my opinion, whenever the pig is good in the flesh and then you've got a backstory that actually means something. I think that speaks for itself for sure. Once again, awesome in terms of stoutness, very rugged there in terms of his head. And another one we talk about just in terms of size, that to me looks like a mid-March finishing pig that should be ready to go anytime before that as well. A very good pig there from Strieber.
Tag 90 will be entering the ring now. They're from Barn Burner Genetics. Will be an unrivaled icon, no discussion. Same mother is inclusive there at Hofschulte's and Time to Talk at Purple Power. This is a pig that's been pinned by us there in the back, and one that got to see come in off the trailer yesterday. Looks so similar there to what he does now. So stout about his mug. Absolutely loved him last night. He hit me just as good here when he came in the ring now.
Absolutely. And another guy lives close, obviously, here to Trent, Colton Blim. And, man, a guy that obviously we all know of, whether that's you've seen one of his Facebook promotions there online or you've got to talk to him in person. You probably heard of Colton Blim there for sure. The best way for me to describe this pig personally, living close and being nearby, this pig represents his firm and what he sells and what he does and wins with as good as any pig I'd say that he sold this fall. Short bodied with some length on either end of his skeleton, like Wilbur said, and you're going to hear us talk about. Beautiful in terms of the shape of his head. The broadness between his shoulders for a little pig is awesome. His front foot is absolutely perfectly square coming right at you. Good job, Lim. Good pig.
A trio of spot males will be entering the ring now from Murrow Farms, tag 85, 86, and 87. Their pedigree would be Gambler, Insurrection. Mother was shown by Cash and Young there at OYE. She was the 4th overall spot gilt. Ross there only lives 5 or 6 miles down the road from us. We get to go look at his pigs often. I got to see this trio there whenever they were first set on chips. He's had them slated for Holy Smoke the whole time. He's very proud of this trio. I think very good spot males in the ring.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll tell you one thing for sure. We all know how hard it is to get a litter or even just a few of them to look alike, even if they're bred the same when they're mates. And these three spotted bears, in my opinion, do that so very good. 85 there, kind of in the middle that Chloe's kind of guiding around. That pig, much like all of them, we're going to talk. And to be honest, you guys kind of pick them how you like them because all three of these pigs represent the same stuff that's good within that breed. They have an awesome look up front. They're clean in terms of their neckline. Most importantly, the organization of their front skeleton, elbow, and front foot. So very good. Then you get right on in behind them, and man, incredible just in terms of pin width, flare to their stifle, squareness to their hock. Once again, I don't know if we could just dive into each one of these and say, hey, this one's better here or this one's better there. They are so close. In my opinion, you guys pick them how you like them. Puddin', I think we were just excited to talk your spots as your dog was here to see Trent's at Holy Smoke. Once again, the one kind of here in the middle that Chloe's had is 85. I think the one maybe Farrah's leading right here would be 87. Then 86 now is kind of in the middle. Once again, great trio. Pick them how you like them.
What did he do? One of my best buddies will be entering the ring now. This will be Holt Livestock's consignment. Tag 91 will be a mainline State of the Union. Mom raised the Reserve Light Cross at Indiana State Fair this summer. Then would also raised third out Division 1 at Illinois there in 24. I've got to see the pigs out of this litter multiple times, and I will tell you, the 15 litter will go down is one of my favorite litters of pigs that I've seen this year. Very good job, John Mark. I like your gilt a good deal.
Yeah, John Mark, one of them guys for sure, another very good buddy of mine. And we've got to hear about this gilt maybe a time or two, especially just on how good she is. And obviously, she reciprocates that there in the flesh. Just sired by Mainline once again. I got to do Halvin's preview and set it there. In my opinion, Mainline of siring ability this fall at this size. I said it there. I'll say it again. He's a top 2 pig, and I wouldn't say he's number 2 either. Did an incredible job. And the same qualities I found in his pigs. This gilt embodies. Once again, awesome in terms of stoutness indicators. She is as fresh. Obviously, they're all little, so they should all be fresh, but she's genuinely as fresh in relation to body shape and composition as you could ever ask a blue gilt to be at that size. Once again, incredibly heavy structured. Looks like an incredible sow or a winning show gilt. Good job, John Mark, there. I know you're getting married here before too long. Hopefully your gilt brings a little bit of money to help pay for some of that for sure. Incredible piece of livestock.
My consignment here with Wilbur Genetics will be coming next. We got a gilt here that'll be an awakening. It ain't easy. Roll call. Her mother would be a litter mate to New World Order that stands there at Purple Power and has done a very good job this summer. This sow would only be her second litter. There in her first litter, she would have raised the bronze gilt at Tulsa that Channing Goodson would have showed. This would be just the second gilt we've sold there out of her. A gilt that, again, our single entry, we always try to bring a good one. We like this one a good deal.
Yeah, and for good reason, for sure, Wilbur. Obviously, I think JD said it earlier whenever Brock's pigs came in. Obviously, one of my best buds sitting next to me, but just describing what's in the ring. Once again, Mom would have raised the bronze gilt there at Tulsa that would have sold at Queens, and that gilt from the time she sold to when she finished embodied so many good things. And this gilt does it to the exact same degree, especially just in terms of stuff we've talked about. A beautiful, cute look up front whenever she wants to cooperate and get up underneath her. Base of her chest, sternum, flank line balance is perfect. That's a small ruminant geared, probably phrase, but it's so important, especially when you think of long-term stuff. She's heavy bone. She's secure footed. She's very, very sound. Wilbur brought you a very nice calico gilt.
Mr. Steele's consignments there from Steel Show Pigs will be coming in the ring next. We'll have tag 46 and 47. 46 would be the female there, would be a buckle up roll call. Mother has done a pile or did a pile of winning. But I think the most intriguing thing here that we have to offer you is that she would be a litter mate to Wild Time's mother. Awesome opportunity to get in on just an incredible kind of sow family. Then we'd have tag 47 would be the dark cross male, would be a money hand, buckle up. And then that one's mother would have raised a sailmaker there at Houston in 23.
Once again, Steel Show Pigs, and as Wilbur kind of got in there to discuss them, we have a misprint on our sheet. These are both males. There's not a gilt there in the offering. So the one he said there that's out of a litter mate to Wild Time's mother would be 46. Would be this pig right here. Male pig, once again. Awesome just in terms of what you think of in that lineage of pedigree, in terms of stoutness ahead, just the shape and the broadness to his mid-body and back. Absolutely awesome. And his view coming right at you of chest, front foot, elbow, extremely, extremely good. The other one here would be 47. The other male, he's the 1 litter pig here that the Dodd boy's on, the kind of the chromed up pig. He's probably even that much better looking up front and just in relation of the pair in terms of neckline. The cuteness of the bottom side of his jaw is very, very good. Awesome colored OYE or Houston size and beyond, yet still too. I'll tell you, so much predictability when you buy a pig from Steel. Great pair of them, stout featured, good feeding type of pigs.
Mays and KP will be coming in next with their trio of consignments. Will be tag 43, 44, and 45. 43 would be a Power Hour Glory Days, and then tag 44 there would be a Real Steel Modern Day, and then tag 45 would be an Out for Blood next in line. Sal's here have done an incredible job. I would expect nothing less coming from these two guys. They do an incredible job putting them together. We have an intriguing kind of trio of pigs here to sort through.
For sure. Another incredible firm that to Wilbur and I obviously up here for business. But personally, me and a bunch, so Rooster, one of our good buddies. We'll start with this 43, this belted pig here. Absolutely incredible, in my opinion, just from a feeding standpoint. For those of us that buy a handful of pigs, or even if you buy just two of them, that pig should ring a good bell there on your list and your short list. That is an incredible looking pig with a pin back ear, a fresh body. My favorite part about him is for a pig that looks like he's going to grow and get it, he's got the absolute perfect set to his hock and rear legs from behind to allow him to do those things and continue just to mass and blow. Absolutely incredible looking with big bones down low for sure as well. 44, the little guy there that Farrah's on, I think is a very versatile type of pig, especially in terms of size. That pig to me, though, is so good just in terms of stoutness and all the way through. Hey, we'd all say, hey, he's a conservative length of bodied pig, yet still too, if you read him in relation to weight, he's got some length to his cannon. Once again, we've talked that, but it matters for sure at a pig this weight. Beautiful bodied, awesome headed, great looking there for sure. We'll finish there on the chrome pig. That would be 45. Another one we could probably say the same thing there for 43 for him. Great looking, perfect built, good colored, sound as the cat. Going to get better every day. Great trio of them from KP Mays.
Next in here would be McGuire Livestock, would be tag 83. There would be a cold-blooded Money's On out of an incredible litter. This McGuire has been on just an awesome tear there. He had a great Tulsa, very good pig here.
Yeah, no doubt. And seeing McGuire's Facebook post there and said, first, holy smoke, kind of nervous. I don't really know what you're nervous about, McGuire, because you brought an absolutely incredible pig that, in my opinion's going to be well received by at least one guy, because I think he's extremely good. Probably the best buzzword we could label this pig with is presence. That is an awesome height to shoulder. Once again, Wilbur and I may say it on every single pig. Beautiful headed. His look right out of the gate is so impressive, yet he couples it with a very good long-term feeding body shape linked to his hip. His arm, his rear leg bone's absolutely huge. Like I said, not sure what you're nervous about. Think you brought a pretty darn good pig. I like him a bunch for sure. Makes good.
Tag 60 for Mullet Genetics will be coming in next. Would be a cool change, wide awake there. Very good pig. I will tell you that whenever Mr. Mullet comes, I think you just have to be there on the edge of your seat. I know coming just from my situation, I can tell you that our Sal families there at the house and the success we have wouldn't be near as good as what it is if it wasn't for Mullet, a guy that I hold on a pedestal as one of the greats, does a great job, and anytime he brings one to town, it's going to be a good one. He did it again here.
One of the great guys there for sure, and got to come over here yesterday and kind of look through pigs that had moved in early. And I know Mr. Malt thinks a lot about his pig. He might have been one of the first ones to get his pig in the sale pen yesterday, and obviously for good reason once you see him. Taking it back to early learning stages for all of us, whenever somebody first described to you what balance was, you were told to cut them in thirds and say, hey, does everything fit? Little old school there in our opening, but man, I think that fits that pig to a T. His percentage of length out front in relation out back and then in the middle is absolutely synonymous with itself, and I mean perfect in terms of length of hip, heaviness of structure, hair, composition. Once again, from guys that like good show pigs here, that pig is an incredibly high lister in my opinion. Very good pig.
Sanders Show Pigs will be entering now here with tag 70 and 71. Tag 70 would be the light cross gilt there, would be a white flag, wide awake. And then tag 71 would be the Yorkshire female, would be a follow me hit stick. Mom was the reserve Yorkshire there at the State Fair of Texas in 4th overall Division 1 at Expo.
Yeah, another guy, one of them, I wish I probably knew better and was closer with, because time after time, whether you log online or you're at a live sale or just even a big pig show, that name always gets brought up. And man, for good reason, obviously. What's so cool about this is one of them's a light cross, one of them's a Yorkshire. If you had to look out here and tell which was which, man, I think they're both so good you may not know. 70 is the light cross gilt here, though, and I mean, absolutely awesome looking in terms of the sleekness of her neck. Another one of them, like we've talked, take it or leave it. Hey, it matters. She's got a beautiful skin and hair coat there. Texture of her hair is awesome, and she's beautiful built, no doubt about it. Yorkshire gilt, like I said, you could look in here and say, man, which one is the light cross? And obviously, I'd say that's probably what he's tried to do over the years of raising Yorkshires to make stuff that looks like that. That is a high-headed Yorkshire gilt that's got the look of some of them, the security of front foot of some others, and stoutness as the rest of them. She embodies all three things where Yorkshires need to be better, all in the same piece of flesh and the same body there. That is an incredible pair of gilts for sure. Once again, 70's a light cross, 71's a Yorkshire.
Weimer Show Pigs will be in next here, and a guy that always enjoy getting to see here at Holy Smoke. Not only will he bring just an awesome set of pigs year in and year out, but a guy that's just so much fun there to be around. In the ring now, to be tag 67 will be a Thunder All Rise. This pig's mother would have just raised the 3rd overall at Louisville there a few weeks ago, and then again Thunder would have sired the Grand Cross gilt there. Summer's spectacular this summer. So a boar that's done a very good job. Again, tag 67 here in the ring now.
This pig, in my opinion, does some very, very hard to do stuff all on the same package here, if you will. He's an incredibly wide chested pig up front that's good there in terms of posture and length and strength. He's a longer spine pig, yet he's got strength to his back line. And then for one that's got just that type of look and this extension of the front 2/3 of his body, he's long rumped, and his view from behind may be my very favorite. That is a durable, opened up rear foot that's got cushion to his heel, yet strength there to his rear pastern as well. Looks like a practical, good feeding type of pig. Let him tell you when he's ready to show. Still think that one's geared for mid-March. Like a good pig there as well.
Coming in next will be the remainder there of the Weimer offering. Would be tag 68 and 69. A pair of litter mates be Thunder, All Me. 68 would be the more chromed up one. 69 would be just more belted pig there in the center.
Once again, the other pair of them there from Weimer we're going to get to discuss. 68 here out of my left, closest to the sail block. A very, very neat pig, and what he embodies there for sure. Conservative length of body there would be the best way to describe him. That allows just his sternum, his forerib, his upper body, and then just fullness back into his flank to be so round. And, we've talked a lot about moderate, round-bodied, stout pigs. That one still does it very, very well. He's tidy in terms of his underline. He's tucked up in terms of his sheath. His front foot strong there as well. Like Wilbur said, the more belted, traditionally colored Hampshire classifier, if you will. Just from a true maturity standpoint, looks like maybe he can hit the feed pan and get a little bit bigger quicker, and that's good. Little versatility here in the Weimer consignments. Tall-shouldered, great-looking, athletic-bodied. Good pair of them for sure.
I'm glad I don't have that issue already. Ham Livestock could be entering the ring now here with tag 150. Would be a mainline. Quite frankly, this particular pig would be a mate there to the pigs that he sold at Halfins. They were very well received. And then mother here would also be a mate sister to the Supreme Guilt there at OIE this last year. Just talk about a guy and a firm that's just been on an absolute tear, coming off an incredible OIE, an incredible Tulsa guy that continues to win and continues to do it in just a awesome kind of fashion. Another good one here. Good job, Ham.
Yeah, an incredible pig. Like Wilbur said, Ham has been on a tear, and a good buddy of ours got to feed pigs from him. Just raised the Grand Bear at Tulsa just a few days ago, and that needs to be noted, not for those of us that know, but for those that don't. This pig, when Ham always enters the front gate, no matter where you're at, you know what to expect in terms of quality, so well presented, and obviously that goes just back to home and his program. I want these pigs can just present in terms of presence there, excuse me. Once again, awesome headed. That is a perfect rear skeleton there. He is huge pin. He is perfect just there in the relation to his upper hip, to his stifle, to where he sets his rear foot from behind. I think an absolute unit. Color don't matter. It's always a little cliche when one that's black or calico comes in. You always got to throw that out there. It doesn't matter. I'd absolutely love to feed that pig. He is extremely good.
Wellman Livestock could be entering the ring now with tag 16 and tag 17. Tag 16 would be on the prowl, wide awake. They're out of a cornerstone type of sow that they have there at their farm. And then tag 17 would be a wide awake game time. Mother would be a littermate to the Dryer family's bear there that did a pile of winning. I will tell you, I've walked by this particular pen of pigs multiple times because there's a pair of them here that I think are extremely good. I absolutely love tag 16.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And Wellman, another guy I'm close with. And honestly, a few guys here, mainly the guy that puts on your pig sale, kind of let a few of us to water here in state on who this Wellman exactly was. I mean, Trent had an absolutely incredible pig from him last winter. And he brought you some real good stuff to smoke. Like Wilbur said, 16. Obviously, he's bigger in size, but in my opinion, absolutely incredible. Another word we've used a few times tonight, presence, would be a great word there for that pig. He is awesome, just in the radical shape to his back, and then yet still to a beautiful shape to his body. Everything is so in line, just from a market hog, little pig perspective. And then you want to talk about extra fun stuff. Absolutely credible looking up front. Awesome in terms of head shape for his show bearer, length of his hip, and maybe as good as any pig we've seen where his tail sits on his body is perfect, in my opinion, in relation to the middle of his back. Good pig there for sure. 17 is a little guy, and we don't need to miss him either. That's a very neat pig with maybe even more of a just intriguing color. Awesome just in terms of stoutness, as Danner would normally say up here on the microphone. Too bad we're missing him this evening, but I'll take the torch. Height to length ratio on that pig is great. This is a very good pair of them. Thank you, Wellman.
Kimball Livestock will be coming in here next with tag 7, a pig sired by Stone Cold out of a wild side whitetail sow. Their mom would have been the Reserve Grand at Arizona this winter. Grandma is the whitetail sow. That was their $190,000 purchase there at the Coronation that has put 4 boars in the stud, in boar studs. Kimball does just such a great job, has an incredible set of sows there at his place. Always intrigued to what it is that he's going to bring. He did it again here.
No doubt about it. And once again, Wilbur and I have enjoyed working through our portion of it for sure. Good pig to end on. Awesome in terms of stoutness indicators. Got the big fuzz down low and some just a round, full athletic shape to his body. Looks like a sound built, good feeding pig from Kimball. Once again, an incredible sale. Look him up in the back.
Supreme Trailer Sales is now in Stillwater, Oklahoma. Swing by our satellite lot on the west side of town, right off Highway 51. Our inventory of trailers is built to do more than just get you to your destination. It's designed to get you to the backdrop. With service that speaks your language, we're here for families who expect more. Don't be average, be supreme.
Dougie and I are going to take over here, and as we get started, not only has it been a great preview here up to this point, but we'll go ahead and we're going to drop in Kay Boyson Show Pigs. Cale Boyson here got 3 in the ring. Tags 95, 96, 97. Tag 95 would be a unrivaled wide awake, tricked out. Then I believe tag 96 here is going to be a For the Glory heavy hitter, unlocked. Tag 97 on the prowl, buckle up, dirty secret. As I kind of read through some of this stuff here, I think sows that are backed by a tremendous amount of winning. I think one of them he bought here from the true sow would be a 3-4 sib to Cinderella. Another sow here would be the mother of his High Stone Kings 2 pig. I'll let Doug go ahead and talk about some of these.
Yeah, Boyson brings us an incredible set, and this belted pig for what he represents is absolutely wild. If you haven't seen what these unrivaled pigs have been this fall, you just haven't been to a pig sale. Simply put, that thing's presence and build and balance is absolutely unrivaled. He's wild from the side, and he's so good in terms of his proportions, his build, his balance. Everything that Boyson likes to build and represent is brought to you in one show pig that I think is very, very good. But I'd be remiss to not talk about the blue-eyed, the light cross pigs. My very favorite gilt from the entire summer was his blue-eyed gilt at Expo. My favorite gilt. I love her to this day. I still talk to him about him. An absolutely incredible critter, and I think this pair is set to resemble that for sure. 96, the For the Glory female there, huge legs, awesome hind-legged, wild looking up front and short backed. When you start putting those things together, it's hard to put it together in a balanced standpoint, and she certainly does that with extra hair and fuzz. A very, very unique gilt. That all white male there wouldn't be very hard to make sure that on the prowl pig class is Yorkshire. Huge legs, wild looking up front, all the extra feature that you want to do within the white division. To have that kind of presence and feature has been hard to do. He's huge legged, he's tall fronted, he's long hipped. I think a pair that look like they can feed extremely well. An exceptional trio from Boyson.
Messed that whole thing up.
What's that?
I said I messed that whole thing up. Oh well, it'll be all right. It's just the way these things read. It's all over. We got no tags.
Next, we have K&M Show Pigs. We've got 3 head here. Lots 53, 54, and 55. 53 is a dark cross male back in the saddle, buckle up. Same mother as the Grand Barrett Coben 25. And the true sow would be a 3/4 sib to Cinderella and the mother of the reserve Grand Barrett at Carter County. 54 is a stranglehold kind of big deal. And 55 would be a money in hand pat this, and sow would be a grandmother of their $12,000 Kings 2 pig. He's always been a standout, and they're very proud of that particular show pig.
Well, I think as we start talking here, I wanted to apologize. I messed up on that Boyson pigs that actually read about the sows on this particular group. We're going to go ahead and start with this blue gilt here in front of me. I think just her natural presence, her look, her design reads with just a lot of intensity and a lot of design. Love that one's skull, love that one's back shape and presence that she has to her. I think can really play hard within a blue ring and a light cross division. A good gilt there for sure. The belted pig there kind of going across behind her, kind of coming to me here would be another one I think just reads with a lot of feedability. His rib cage is big, his center body is very good, but he's sound, he's flexible, he's comfortable. Same can be said with the other belted barrel within the ring. Again, feet and legs are not a problem here. Good hip and hind leg, good kind of presence, center body, rib shape, all in check. And that's kind of pig that I prefer to feed because they always go to the feeder and at showtime, they're always full and ready to go. It's a lot easier when they bring two in them. Heron Farm is going to come in the ring here. We got tax 60, I believe 62, or I believe 61 here, rather, is a Poland male. Altogether, sorry, not sorry. This guy's been a standout in terms of build and look, proud attitude. Board prospector Barra, you decide. I'll let Doug talk him.
I would never, in my wildest dreams, imagine holding this thing upside down and using the knife to a Poland male that has that kind of quality. A rarity in terms of look and a rarity for that breed in terms of comfort level, and then does so with an absolutely incredible balance and build from the side. And he looks like he can absolutely boogie. I breed for breed, I challenge you to find a better one that's hit the surface than that one. For that breed, for a Poland male to look like that, I think he can make better stock. Simply put, a very elite animal from Heron.
Looks like we're going to bring two here within the ring. We got tax 62 and 63. 62 is going to be the Berkshire male. It'd be a moonwalk above and beyond. Dan was a six-time champion, mate to the third overall Burke OYE, the man in his litter. Tag 63 is going to be the Poland male here. It'd be a rib crib, call me daddy. The pick of the six males, proven sow, several champions she has produced. Rib crib has had reserve at Houston, champion Guild OYE, stout barrel.
We'll start off here with this Berkshire. And from a guy who's got a lot of Berkshire sows, it's been hard to make him this short backed and that heavy legged. He's wild up front and really stout in terms of his arm. He's got a big foot and a good hind leg. What he does that's extra rare is he's wild looking and short backed with heavy, heavy bones. The Poland, that thing's got a huge rib cage. The way he drops out of his spine is extraordinary in terms of rib cage. He's flawless in his skeleton. He just looks like a one that will feed every day for you and get better. That kind of back shape and feature is hard to do within that breed. I think a very good pair from Heron.
I need to talk my own pigs. Okay. Okay.
You want to talk to all their thing?
You do the pedigree, I'll talk them.
We got Corbin here, the white flag. is a lot 72 white flag game time. Grandma is a family tie sow that raised the Grand at North American. One of my favorite all-time bears from Corb. He's also the grand dam of the all-out litter that absolutely waxed us this summer. The 73 is an unrivaled game time. And that is
That's the family tie sow.
that's the game time sow that I just talked about. I apologize there. So an incredible litter there from Corb. I'll let him talk them.
Well, it can get a little weird, maybe talking your own pigs in this setting, but this white pig's one we saved back for this particular event, and an animal I'm very proud of. Will be a white flag, and then so that grandma would be that tricked out sow that's made a lot of our high sellers, a lot of our very best pigs over the last couple of years. That pig looks like he's going to feed extremely well. He should stay white for you guys that don't want to work too hard at keeping him that. I got plenty of muscle, but plenty of presence. I like that pig a good deal. The younger one here is the belted unrivaled pig. That would be that sow would be the game time family tie sow, and so that family tie sow's been the one of the best generators on our farm over the years, and so we're excited to get that game time yield into production. This guy's a little bit younger, and I was excited to bring him. Probably should have maybe saved him, but we're ready to roll today, and I think he's the perfect size to show off. Stout featured, wide, stout, square, good looking, good pig.
Fill that a little bit more.
Good.
You talk to him, he's really just right.
I'll talk to him. You pedigree, I'll talk to him.
Next in the ring, we have Trogdon's, and the only thing hotter than Trogdon this fall has been his T-shirts. Quite honestly, 74 is an unrivaled Punisher. That unrivaled thing's been extremely good for him. I guess 74, 75 is a litter mate. They're both 79s, and 76 is a step ahead head start. Sound came from Boyson was the that doesn't line up there, but
You're right.
there we go. Yeah, sound came from Boyson and was the champion Poland on the Illinois circuit and the 5th overall at Expo and the 3rd overall at Summer Spectacular.
Well, I'm pinned next to Trogan back here, and I got to ride down with him the Kings last week, and he told me he had a Poland female to bring out to the sale, and I knew if he was talking about her that early, she must have been pretty good. He dropped her in the ring. Her stoutness, her power is undeniable. I'm not one to get real excited about a Poland female, but man, I think from what we've seen today, that one's got as much punch, power, and feature as you're going to see. This barrow, this gilt, both of them got the dimension, got the same kind of stoutness and feature that those unrivaled boars that Trogdon sold for real good money this fall both have. This barrow hit me hard right off the trailer, hits me hard going to the wash rack earlier in his pen, and yet still dropping the ring. His shortness of body, his squareness, yet still good looking with good feature. Same can be said with that gilt. I know Eric's a big fan of her. Her jawline, her chest floor is what I expect out of the unrivaleds, and yet she still can bend and flex and go with the best of them. Another great trio from Trogdon Farms. We're going to have Winter Circle Show Pigs drop in the ring here. We got tag 2 and we got tag 3 here to work with. Tag 2 is going to be the smaller one. That is a Gambler Apollo Speak Up. One of our favorites of this season, they write. Mom is a mate to our $13,000 entry we sold at Established last season. Tag 3 is going to be the bigger one here. That's a Peace Pipe Speak Up Silencer. Also mates to the reserve. Our mom is a mate to the champion at 5th overall barrow at Coba. Also mates the reserve barrow at American Royal.
Very neat pair here from Winter Circle, and And chronologically, lot 2, I mean, that thing looks like an impeccable show bearer from the side. He's got huge limbs and an awesome build. I really think that barrow looks incredible come mid March. Um, huge appendages with a wild look. I think a very neat type of show pig. Lot 3, obviously a little bigger in pounds and a little bigger in weight, but he represents so much quality from a build and skeleton perspective. He's wide underneath with a very good look. He's got great shape up high with extra feature down low. I think an awesome pair from Winner's Circle.
It's hard to see these lines. Yeah. They get messed up.
Next in the ring, we have Beeman Show Stock lots 140, 141, and 142. Lot 140 is a Not My Monkey Speak Up. The Speak Up sow would be the 5th overall spot at Summer Spectacular, raised by JD. And Grandma raised the 4th overall Burt Barra. That would be that one. Lot 141, Dash to Fame, Otterspocket. Grandma raised the 4th overall Burt Barra in 24. Great Grandma raised the Grand Barra at Springfield in 2020. Lot 142 from Beeman, the Spot Barra, Not My Monkey Speak Up, and the Speak Up sow raised the 5th overall spot in 2023 at Summer Spectacular, raised by JD.
What's going to take a lot for me to get just overly excited about Spotted Swine, and this 140 hits the ring, and he kind of does that for me. His arm is huge. He's got a wild look ahead of his blade, and yet still his proportion and balance from the side, I think, is very good. I think if you're in the spotted game, certainly one that would get you excited. I know it does for me, and that takes a lot within this particular breed. The 142 spot, again, no slouch in his own right. Oh, another one that is very dense, very stout, got a big rear ankle, and yet plenty of proportion, plenty of look in terms of his look and design from the side. Another very good spot in his own right. The Berkshire here, a little bit greener in comparison to maybe the spots here to work with, but man, feet and legs all point in the right direction. Still youthful in his look. Looks like one that's going to get better as he matures.
Feed and show supplies, made easy with Swinford's. We ship nationally. Carry every major manufacturer and will save you money over buying direct. Find everything you need, save more with Swinford's. Visit SwinfordLLC.com.
Dolphin show pigs in the ring here. We got tags 99 and 100 here to work with both Poland females, litter mate 39 litter, jump start, head start. It reads here, mother was champion Poland, reserve grand pure gilt at Tulsa State Fair 24, shown by the Morris family.
I don't care if you came here to buy a crossbred or came here to buy something else. But if you came here to buy quality livestock, you probably should look in and try to own one of these Polands. Both of them, obviously, litter mates. I was giving Halpin a hard time that I didn't know he was such a Poland breeder. But he's right. He likes raising good ones, and these are absolutely unbelievable. This 99's head shape and linked up front is so unique and so hard to do for this particular breed. But what makes her rare is her ability to set her foot and her pastern and heel to the surface like an absolute gangster. I think that thing is on a different level, on a different planet. A very good Poland gilt there. 100's no slouch by any stretch of the imagination. She's stout. She's bold. She's got ribs. She's got swoop and swing to her belly line. I think a very good gilt that has arm and feature, sound and flexible. A great pair. If there's a pair that can rival these, I'd like to see him. I think it's a very good pair of Poland gilts from the Poland breeder himself, Halpin.
We got tags 101 and 98 here in the ring. 98 is going to be the solid white one. The belted one's going to be tag 101. 98 is a Yorkshire Renegade in-game. Sal just raised the Grand Bear at the Colorado State Fair and the Grand Gilt at MYLE. Tag 101 is going to be a woke. Quite frankly, backdrop shares the same backdrop grandma as the Grand Barrow at OYE in 25.
Folks, if you're looking for a white show pig, you probably should pay attention to 98. If you're looking for a white boar pig, you probably should pay attention to 98. Or if you're looking to make pigs better, you should probably pay attention to 98. That hog's extra feature combined with his rare look up front. He does that while being short backed and huge in terms of his spread up high. He does that and square and flexible out of his hind leg. That thing is one of the more unique critters that's come through this preview tonight. I think for that particular color, that particular pattern, he's absolutely rare. A very, very unique one in terms of that white pig. This woke pig's very good. He looks like those good wokes. He's wild looking, long hipped, and bendy off both ends of his body. He does that and still has a great color pattern with awesome bend and flex off both ends. He looks like a pig that gets better every day when you put him on feed. Wild looking with a great build, an exceptional pair from Halfin. Next, we have JD, and to say he's a friend would probably put me in a bad group. So we'll just say he's an acquaintance. But JD drops in here a pair that's 107 and 104 here. That is 104 would be a wake up call, change the game, and 107 is a pass the hat 99 problems. So 107, Mama is from Day, and she raised some good pigs. And then 104 made some cool pigs.
Well, JD's drops in a pair of belted pigs here, and to come to expect of what JD likes, and man, they're going to be good built, they're going to be good rib, they're going to balance well, and I think these things do that extremely well. This 107 kind of trips my trigger in terms of some features, some stoutness, some power, opened up in his chest, but yet still flexible and comfortable out of his hind leg. He's not overly wide out back, yet he's still square out back, and that's what I like. If I'm going to go ahead and feed a show pig, I think sometimes we can kind of shoot for the stars and end up in the ditch. This guy's not going to get you there. He's going to keep you right on track, and that's the kind of pig that I prefer to feed. I prefer to judge, all the above. I think this tag 104 is maybe giving up some pounds, but same kind of quality. Hip and hind leg, very good. Rib cage, body, all in check, and yet still that neat kind of presence ahead of his blade. Good pair from JD Show Pigs.
JD drops in, and we don't talk about all black pigs when JD comes in the ring, but we do have 105 and 106. 105 is a clause past the hat. Grandma raised the grand in Tulsa in 23, and 106 is a spot. Hit the ditch. Big Daddy. Mom was the champion at Expo, and she just raised the champion Barra and champion Gilt at Tulsa.
Well, again, you're not going to get me too excited about a spawn, but you drop in that kind of quality, and certainly can get me perked up just a little bit more. Width, dimension, squareness. She's yet very, very immature in her build and her design. I like that in a spotted female, but yet you see that chest floor and everything's there to get stout and wide and burly when it counts. This blue gilt, again, if you can kind of keep that build, that kind of presence, that kind of design in check, you're going to be all right. And that's certainly what this gilt does. Beautiful from the pattern and profile. Still very, very comfortable. Still very youthful in terms of her design. Only going to get better as she matures. Another very good pair from JD Show Picks.
Make sure at the very end you just say sell at 1 o'clock tomorrow online on CCI. Thank you guys.
Winter Livestock's going to be the next group here in the ring. The Duroc's going to be tagged 94. This is a Ford understatement Duroc male. The other one is going to be tagged 93. That'd be a light cross female here. That'd be a Snowman White Hot.
We'll talk this Duroc Barra. He comes with so much extra toughness to his head, and he's the perfect length of body. If I'm buying red Barras to compete at the city, I'm buying ones that look like him. He's the perfect length. He's got an awesome arm. He's strong in his front foot and still does so while still being flexible and maintaining comfort out of his hind leg. I love him from his rooter to his tutor. That thing's got a very stout look about him. He's green and immature and looks like he's only going to simply get better. This particular pair of white pigs, not mates, but bred very, very similar, obviously. And nobody's hotter in the white game than Tanner and Sam. And this white Barra, man, that's the way they're supposed to look in terms of youthfulness up front with a short back and an extra stout feature. I don't think that hog's ever going to get down on his pasterns. He's got a great look with an awesome build. And guys, if you're trying to make repeatable pedigrees that are white, I would probably look in on the skill. If my sows, all my white sows, had that type of toughness to their forehead, the width to their eye channel, and the stoutness to their head and jawline, I think we'd be in a better place as an industry. That particular pig's body shape and comfort level is extraordinary in my mind. I think she looks like a light cross female that can handle tons and tons of competition come March. I think an exceptional trio from Winter Livestock.
We're going to run through these tags again. We slipped in this tag 92. That's going to be the White Cross male. So that's a Snowman White Hot. The female is going to be tagged 93. Again, Snowman White Hot, but not a litter mate. Tag 94 will be a Forward understatement Winter Livestock.
Next, we have our good buddy Sights, a pair of Duroc males here. 108 is a limited access. Limited access. Obviously, the boar there at Savage. Mom would be the one that Kaisley Onan showed at Coba 2 years ago that had an incredible show season. And then the little guy there, that's an old-fashioned King Boss. It's a second leader King Boss, Rooster Sow. First skill was successful in California. And then the same mom, I believe, there is Who's Your Daddy, that we personally bred a lot of sows to there at Platts.
I'm gonna start talking about the little one because that's the one that I draw my attention to first. No doubt, I like my Duroc male pigs built just a little greener at this stage, and I'm not calling him green because I think he's got some feature, got some stoutness, but certainly the right kind of maturity to do the right things. I think his build is awesome, his look is awesome, and yet again, he's built stout enough to make it through the sift bin to catch the right attentions of the judges, and yet still really good looking. I like that pig a good deal. He's on my short list within this particular sale. If I'm in the red game, I'm getting that one back up because I think that one's awfully good. This bigger one, no doubt, cut from the same mold in terms of look and balance. Great strong front foot, and yet a rib cage and immaturity to him. Look and design, I think all in his favor. Again, a very good red pig from Sights Livestock. How we doing? Yeah. Tags 113 and 114 here are going to be Jennings show pigs. Both of these are going to be spotted males. Tag 113 is going to be a Spartan cheetah loudmouth. So Spartan is a littermate to the Grand Guild at OSBE in 25. The Reserve Grand Guild at Fort Worth in 25. The Grand Guild at San Antonio, San Angelo, and Houston in 25. The old cheetah sow on the backside. Then let's see here. We're going to go ahead and go to tag 114, 23-5 spot. That's a Spartan Titan. Dam is a first parody Titan female that we're excited to work with going forward.
The last picks I talked from Jennings brings 25,000 at she sale, and rightfully so. I mean, just an incredible critter. I thought she was one of the more fun animals to describe, as an evaluator. But this 113 comes in with that kind of bounce and step to their leg, with that kind of feature and presence, is certainly one that this doesn't happen within the breed. He does all of those things, will not be an alligator out of his shoulder. He's perfect in his length of body. He's got huge legs with an extra feature and hair dripping off the back of his leg. I think that's a very, very unique critter there as well. 114, a little taller in his shoulder, wild looking. He's got an awesome head shape, comfy and big legged. Guys, he's whooped you for a long time in the spotted breed. You might as well just own one if you want to win. Next, we have 4W, lots 117 and 118. 117 would be a good time. Picture this. Mom would be a baby pig purchase from Beatty, and that would be her first litter. 118. The sow would be a sailmaker at OYE in 24 and originated from CNC. Old Slim here. This is her second litter, and she definitely is just getting started there for 4W.
Well, very good pair here to work with. And I'm going to start with a female because that's the one that came to the gate first. No doubt sired by a wild time. Gets you excited, not only from her ability to feed there in the long run, but also as you kind of go, the either sell her or drop her in the crate offers a tremendous amount of value. Love her chest view. Love the just extension that she has from her blade forward. Still comfortable. Still great in terms of her design. I think her better days are ahead of her. Certainly one of the better gilts I've seen so far come through this ring. Very good kind of a gilt there. The good time barrel there, another one with the same kind of proportion and balance. Love the angle to his blade. I love the comfort to his shoulder. He's still got the immaturity to get better as he matures, but yet the punch, power, foot, and feature it takes to come with extra dimension, extra power. Again, really a good kind of a pig. Another one I'd encourage you to get up in the back and really study. That's a good barrel.
You want me to tell these? Like, you describe this one as well?
Sure.
He's been.
Yeah, I got you.
Next, we have Cooper and Flash Poland's, and all together, just do it. Mom is the $5,500 gilt they sold the Chosen Ones that the Drawdy families showed in Florida. I saw that pick a bunch and won a pile. That particular gilt was incredible. Mom's also a mate to the reserve at Kansas City. Power in the blood here with Poland from Cooper Flash.
Well, Cooper Flash drops into Poland here, and the first look right out the gate, that kind of feature to his head, his skull, the chest that he has. Another one with some rib cage and some back in him, yet the right kind of proportion from the side. I know they're high on this one. I like them too. Really good. Tag one here, Cooper and Flash. I'll talk. You talk pedigree. I'm tired of reading that stuff. I can't see it.
We're going to wrap up here with Todd's Show Pigs. This is lot 56, 57, and that is 56 is a spot Waxahachie Speak Up. Mom was purchased from PT from Winter Circle. Her littermate brother was champion spot and 5th overall at Coba. The pole and female there is an altogether Inner Circle, altogether just side of the Reserve Supreme at Tulsa and then the mom was the reserve at Coba.
We'll drop in some breed hogs here, but this tag 56 catches my attention pretty quick because that forearm, it's really big. I think that's the best way to describe it. It really catches your attention because that's a big front foot, and yet he still has look. He's still got design. He can still proportion. He can still go. And man, I tell you what, as you get into some of those breeds to compete with the big dogs within a jackpot show or even at the grand stage, you got to have that extra punch to you. That guy certainly brings it to you. The Poland Guild here, again, design, balance, immaturity to her look, her skeleton, but still plenty of powers, plenty of dimension. Very good pair of them here to work with Todd Show Pigs.
The last things that wrap us up here from Todd Show Pigs, lots 58 and 59, both light crosses. 58 there is a Wild Time Gangster full sib or full sib to the Reserve Grand Barra at San Antonio this year. Mother's a littermate. Sister would produce the Grand Barra at Tulsa. 59 there. Mother just produced the Sailmaker at CYE. Mother is also a littermate to 2 Sailmakers at San Antonio. Lot 59 there is a Hot Rod Smoke.
Well, last two that we're going to drop in the ring here from Todd Show Pigs. The gilt there, the Wild Time gilt, another one that just reads immature, but man, that look, that balance, that ability to drive and go out of her shoulder and to have that kind of just foot and feature that she's got, I think is very unique. Really a gilt that's going to get better as she matures. And we already talked about the ability of those Wild Time gilts and pigs just to get better as they go, but offer that value from not only a sow perspective but resale value there at the end. I certainly think that gilt can do those things. This white male pig, another one I like in terms of just stoutness and power. Got an awesome skull in this particular pig, and yet he's still small, but he's only going to get better as he matures. I think a very good animal to round out. We're going to get. I appreciate you guys sticking with us here as we kind of round this thing out. We're going to get started tomorrow. A sale is going to be at 1 o'clock, cci.live. Again, thanks for tuning in. Holy Smoke Pig Sale 2025, tuning out.
Thanks, boys. Thank you.
Supreme Trailer Sales is now in Stillwater, Oklahoma. Swing by our satellite lot on the west side of town, right off Highway 51. Our inventory of trailers is built to do more than just get you to your destination. It's designed to get you to the backdrop. With service that speaks your language, we're here for families who expect more. Don't be average, be supreme.
Here at Winter Boar, Sam and I have tried to parlay our differences of experience in the way and where we were brought up in different parts of the country into a very high quality offering. And as a reflection of the multiple different breeds that we have in terms of sows, we also have the boars on hand to breed them. The result of this is a broad and diverse offering of high quality boars we feel will help move our operation forward. And as such, we are confident they can help other breeders as well. Reach out to Sam, Keaton, or myself with any questions, and thank you for the opportunity to help get your sows bred.
Feed and show supplies, made easy with Swinford's. We ship nationally. Carry every major manufacturer. And we'll save you money over buying direct. Find everything you need, save more with Swinford's. Visit SwinfordLLC.com.